Hi everybody, my name is Judy Warner and I work at Calvary Church, and I'm excited to tell you a story from this book, the Jesus Storybook Bible. The story takes place after the story of the flood and after the story of the Tower of Babel, and it comes from God's Word in Genesis 12 through 21. The title of the story is called Son of Laughter. So years had passed, and things didn't get any better. People were still just as cruel and mean to one another. They still got sick and they died. God's world was still full of tears. It was never meant to be like this. But God was getting ready to do something about it. He was going to make all the wrong things right, and he was going to do it through a family. Abraham, God said, how many stars are there in the sky? For he was about to tell him a really wonderful secret. Let me see, said Abraham. He rolled up his sleeves and he started counting. 1, 2, 3, 900, 994. Uh-oh, he said, no, wait, where was 1 and 2? Of course, he was losing count. Too many stars, he said. Guess what, God said? I'm going to give you many children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and you won't be able to count them either. Abraham couldn't help but giggle at such an idea, but he stopped himself. And he said, how could I have a family? Don't be silly, he said. I don't even have a child, let alone a grandchild. He wiped away a tear. Anyway, it was far too late for him to start having babies at his age. He was 99 years old. What could God mean? Abraham, God said, believe me. And then God told Abraham his secret rescue plan. Abraham, I'm going to make your family very big. That was his promise. Until one day your family will come to number more than even the stars in the sky. Abraham looked up at the dark sky, thick with stars. God said, you will be my special family, my people, and through you, everyone on earth will be blessed. This was an incredible promise. God was going to rescue the world through Abraham's family. One of his great-great-great-grandchildren would be the child, the promised one, the rescuer. But it was too wonderful, Abraham said. How can this be true? Is anything too good to be true, God said? Is anything too wonderful for me? So Abraham trusted what God said more than what his eyes could see, and he believed. Now, when Abraham's wife, Sarah, heard God's promise, she just laughed to herself. But it wasn't a happy laugh. It had a tear in it. She'd always wanted a baby. Could her dream come true? Could she really have a baby when she was 90 years old? No, of course not. Don't be silly, it's far too late, she thought. Sarah didn't believe God could do what he promised. She had forgotten that when God says something, it's as good as done. Of course, it was easy for God to give her a baby son, for it was easy to put stars in the sky too. Sure enough, 9 months later, just as God promised, Sarah gave birth to a baby boy. They named him Isaac, which means son of laughter. And Sarah laughed, but this time it was a glorious, happy laugh. Her dream had come true. God would do as he promised. He would always look after Abraham's family, his special people. And one day, God would send another baby. A baby promised to a girl who didn't even have a husband. But this baby would bring laughter to the whole world. this baby would be everyone's dream come true.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive